Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
If you're a veteran and you spend any time online, you've seen it. The headlines, the posts in Facebook groups, all spreading like wildfire. The VA is coming for your benefits. You know, the panic is real, and honestly, it's completely understandable. So today, we're going to cut right through the noise and separate the facts from the fear. This is it, right? This is the exact fear. It's the message you're seeing everywhere, and man, it hits hard. It makes you feel like everything you fought for, everything you might be relying on, is suddenly on the chopping block. And every time this rumor pops up, it just sends this huge wave of anxiety through the entire veteran community. Okay, so let's just pause for a second and ask, is that the real story? Well, yeah, it's true that some veterans are getting review letters. It absolutely does not mean the VA is launching some massive, across-the-board attack to slash everyone's benefits. The real story is, a bit more complicated, and understanding it is the absolute key to protecting yourself. So to really get to the bottom of this, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the reality behind the panic. Then, we're going to dive into the 5 specific things that can actually trigger a review. After that, we'll cover the rules that are built into the system to protect you. And finally, we'll wrap up with a simple checklist to help you stay in control. So what is actually going on here? Well, the VA has been upgrading its systems, and part of that upgrade is something called automated reviews. Now, this isn't some secret, sinister plan to cut your benefits. It's just a new process, but it's causing a whole lot of confusion and, a whole lot of fear. So why is this even happening? Well, this new system is basically designed to automatically flag files for a checkup, especially if they haven't been looked at in a really long time. So you getting a letter might have nothing to do with your condition changing. It could just be the system doing its thing. But, and this is important, even if it's just a computer that flagged it, you absolutely have to take it seriously. And look, this is the most critical point of all. Getting a letter could just be for a simple data check, a routine verification, anything. But ignoring any official mail from the VA is one of the biggest mistakes you can possibly make. Being silent or missing a deadline, that can get misinterpreted, and it could literally cost you thousands. Okay, so let's forget the rumors for a minute. There are 5 very specific, very real events that can actually put your file on the VA's desk for a reevaluation. Knowing what these are is your first line of defense. All right, let's walk through these. Number 1, missing a CNP exam. This is a huge red flag for the VA. They can reduce or even stop your pay. 2, changes with your dependents. A divorce, a child turning 18. Those are administrative things that trigger a look. 3, filing a new claim. This is a big one a lot of vets don't realize. Filing for something new can open your entire file up for review. 4, your rating isn't protected yet by the time-based rules, which we're about to get to. And 5, any changes in your work status. This is especially critical if you're getting individual unemployability or IU, which is based on you not being able to work. Now let's talk about some good news. The system isn't just about reviews and triggers. It actually has some really powerful safety nets built right in to protect your benefits over time. We're talking about the 5, 10, and 20-year rules, and they give you more and more security as time goes on. Let's break down how this armor works. At the 5-year mark, your rating becomes stabilized. That means the VA can't just lower it. They have to prove you've had sustained medical improvement. At 10 years, the service connection for your disability gets locked in. Barring fraud, they can't say it's not service-connected anymore. And then there's the big one. At 20 years, the rating percentage itself becomes protective from being reduced. I absolutely love this quote from our source because it just says it all perfectly. Once you hit that 20-year milestone for a specific rating, you can breathe a massive sigh of relief. Unless there's fraud, that rating is secure. Now, if you're not there yet, don't you worry. The next section is all about what you can do right now to protect yourself. Okay, this brings us to what I think is the most important part of this whole explainer, how you can take control. Instead of just reacting to rumors and panicking, let's focus on the proactive steps you can take to make sure your VA file is absolutely rock solid. Now, check this out, because here's a surprising fact that most veterans don't know. The most common reason the VA actually claws back money isn't because of a disability review. Nope. It's from simple dependency errors. Forgetting to take an ex-spouse off your benefits after a divorce, or not updating a child's status when they turn 18. That stuff happens daily, and it can lead to a sudden, unexpected debt letter. This is a much bigger issue happening way more often. So let's get proactive. Here is your protection checklist. First and foremost, always keep your dependents updated on VAT.gov. It's the #1 thing you can do to prevent those clawbacks. Next, keep digital copies of all your medical records. Track your mail and keep a log of every single communication you get from the VA. If you're eligible, you need to fight for that permanent and total or P&T status. And I'm going to say it one more time, never, ever, ever miss a C&P exam. These simple steps can literally save your rating and your sanity. So what's the big takeaway here? The message isn't to live in constant fear of getting a letter from the VA. They're not out to get everybody. But you also can't afford to get comfortable and just ignore things. The key is to find that perfect middle ground. Stay alert, keep your documents organized, and you'll stay protected. Because when it really comes down to it, nobody else is going to manage your file for you. You have to be your own best advocate. By understanding the rules, by staying on top of your paperwork, you put yourself in the driver's seat. The power to protect your benefits, it's in your hands.
A special thank you to MarketUS.com for furnishing us this information. You can reach them at MarketUS.com or call them at 954-636-3232. Before we go, this deep dive was created by the MarketUS.com team. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It's right below the subscribe link.